Hey everyone, I'm Sydney and welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, welcome. So quick disclaimer before I even get into the video at all, I'm actually sick right now, so if that's like why my voice sounds different, or I'm just like not as upbeat, or like why I look like a mess, why my hair is like this, it's because I'm sick and I have a fever and a sharp throat, but I just, really had to get this video up because it was the only time I'd be able to get it up anytime soon. So besides that, today I will be doing a first impressions little review of the Jeffree Star Northern Lights palette, which is super exciting. I'll be trying it out on my face. I'll be doing some swatches and just giving my overall opinions and comparing it to his like normal skin frost too. So just stay tuned to see that. And before I hop into that portion of the video, if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. And then I also have my Instagram linked in the description box below because I am pretty active on there. All right, and now let's open up the palette. So I really like this theme because it is unique and it hasn't been done before, and I think it's like a pretty solid theme. Also, I actually have a trip booked for like March to Iceland, which I'm super excited about, and part of the reason I wanted to go to Iceland that time of year was to see the Northern Lights. It's pretty like high priority on my list of things to do there, so I was like, all right, this is perfect. He knew I was going to Iceland this year, so if you want to see a vlog on that, let me know. This is the box it comes in, and then this is what the actual palette looks like. Like, this is actually pretty beautiful packaging. I was definitely surprised because I don't know, I just like imagined it just being like plain cardboard packaging kind of, and it's like all reflective and stuff. It's really nice, and it's super sturdy. Like, it's kind of hard to open though. It is cardboard, but like it's pretty like thick cardboard. And the actual packaging itself is pretty thick. I don't know, like I feel like it's kind of bulky to store, but I think he said because these highlighters like are soft, that's why they did this. Here is the palette, and this retails for I think like $52 or $54. I'm not sure. I purchased mine from Beautylish. I typically do buy my Jeffree Star Cosmetics from Beautylish because they have free shipping over $35, and I think on his website it's like $75 or something. And they also do ship pretty fast, so I definitely recommend checking out Beautylish for his products. And I feel like when his stuff launches for the first time too, Beautylish doesn't always sell out as fast. It's almost like easier to purchase them on there. And this contains 6 of the Supreme Frost highlighters. I have a lot of his like original Skin Frost highlighters, and they're some of my favorites, but I've never tried this formula, so I was like, all right, I'll give it a go. And they're like pretty colorful. I was kind of surprised there wasn't more of like a green, because when I think Northern Light, the first color I think is green. I don't know, I've never seen them in person though. I'm not, like, if we're being honest, the biggest fan of colored highlights, but I think that once I saw this in person, this is a little more practical than I expected, just because like these 4 right here, I think pretty much all of them are practical except this blue. It's kind of just like throwing me off. But we'll do some swatches. Alaskan Ice. And this is like a white with like a blue duochrome. Thawed Out. Thawed Out has like pink undertones, and it's pretty glittery. There's a lot of glitter, so I don't know how well you can actually see it. I think that these two are pretty sheer, both of them, and I think that Jeffree said that Thawed Out specifically is one of the ones that's meant to be a topper. All right, now we're going to go into Below Freezing. All right, so that one's pretty pigmented. Frozen Gold. So that one's just like your standard gold. There's a lot of glitter in that too. Anchorage. And that one's a little bit more peachy. And the last one is Arctic Sky. And that one's like a lavender. So here's all 6 shades swatched. Oh, and I also wanted to note that the mirror in this palette's like really big. So it's like a really nice mirror. But anyway, so now let's try it out on my face. So just like from looking at the swatches, some of these are really glittery. I forget exactly which ones he said was the topper, but just based on the swatches, Thawed Out and Frozen Gold were a lot more glittery than the other shades and kind of a different texture. And Anchorage was pretty glittery too. So it's something just to keep in mind, because I know, there's people that like metallic and there's people that like glitter. or they don't like one or the other. But first I want to go into Alaskan Ice, and I want to just put that on my inner corner. I don't really have eyeshadow on, just in case I want to put some of this on my eyes, but I want to try this on my inner corner. I just have bronzer in the crease right now, but let's give this a go. Yeah, that's like really brightening. That's a pretty good inner corner shade, if I could say so myself. Also, like, looking at this palette now, it kind of reminds me of the Fenty Holiday one, which I also have a review on. This one's a little bit more toned down though. So I have a video I did on that too, and I'll put a card for it up here. But anyway, so I really like the way that looks on my inner corner. I'm loving that. Now I want to get into the rest of the palette. I just don't want to use one of the ones he said to use as a topper as my highlight and then it like not work well just because I didn't use it correctly. You know what I mean? Alright, whatever. I'm going to go into Frozen Gold and try this on my face. It's not really like what I expected, and I kind of mean that in a good way because I don't think it's as glittery on the face as it looks when I swatched it. It looks a lot more wet on the face, which I like. I mean, it's definitely like has glitter, but not as much as I thought. So I really like that one. I want to go in with some more. I'm gonna go in with the lavender one, Arctic Sky, and I want to kind of like put it on my lids. I'm gonna just use this brush just because it's what I have next to me, but let's see how that looks on the lids. What do I want to do next? We could try Anchorage on the nose. It might be a little bit too dark for my skin, but we're gonna give it a go anyway. I just like to use my finger. I'm gonna take some more of Anchorage and like put it up here. I always like to put some highlight like right here on my forehead. All right, now I'm going to take Thawed Out and just put it on the center of my lips. See what it's like. I'm wearing like gloss though, so it's like kind of gross. That was kind of like user error. So I have one of my all-time favorite Jeffree Star Skin Frost. This is Peach Goddess, and I just wanted to swatch it and compare it to some of the shades in here so that you guys could see the difference in formulas. All right, so this is Peach Goddess. It was kind of a bad swatch, but. And then I want to compare it to Anchorage, which is the one right here. Which looks like this. I mean, obviously the color is not exactly the same. I think the main difference is that the normal Skin Frosts are definitely more metallic and these are a bit more glittery. Some final thoughts on the new Jeffree Star Cosmetics Northern Lights palette. If we're being honest, when I first swatched this, I didn't think I was going to like it. I just think that they were, you know, too glittery for me and like just not wowing me when I swatched them. And the colors themselves too just didn't really do it for me. It's just, I typically go for like a champagne highlighter, a gold highlighter, your normal things, but putting this on my face, I really like it. Like, I'm in love with the gold one on my face right now, which was one of the ones that when I swatched, I was like, ugh, too much glitter in this for me. I usually like metallic, but this is just like, I don't have any highlighters like this. It looks wet, and I have tons of highlighters that look wet, don't get me wrong, but just the way it reflects is like awesome. I also really like the color that's on my inner corner. The lavender on my eyelids, it's kind of just like, okay, like it didn't really wow me, but it's like on my eyelids, it's not on my face, so you don't get that same like reflectiveness that you would if you were like actually highlighting with it. And then the Anchorage shade, which I have up here and here, I also like really like, but I'm just like, when I look at my face in the mirror, I just keep looking at my cheekbone highlight, that gold color, which is awesome. So maybe I'll have to purchase more of these. What are they called? The Supreme Frost highlighters. Because, I mean, like, this gold shade, I feel like golds generally, like if it's the right tone, can work on a lot of skin tones. So I feel like this shade alone might make it worth it. Blue I just can't really get behind, if we're being honest. I don't think I'll ever be able to get behind blue highlighters. It's just like not me. And if you are intimidated by like the colors, they're like pretty wearable. I'm pretty fair and I thought that some of them wouldn't work on my skin tone, and they did. Anchorage shade right here, I originally thought was going to be too dark for my skin tone. I am pretty fair and I didn't get like any of that like weird, you know, like when it like gets that weird like reflective thing when it's like too dark for you. So I think that's good. These colors are pretty wearable. If you had deeper skin, I can't really like vouch for that, but they are pretty sheer. So I think that's what makes them so versatile on like different skin. So that is one thing I would definitely like consider if you're wondering if it'll work out for your skin tone. I think that like if you are like super into colorful highlights or looking to add something like fun to your makeup collection, this is totally worth it. Do I think it's a necessity? No, I don't think it's something I'll wear every single day. But I do think it's fun, it's different, the packaging's cute, the formula's good. I think that's it. I don't know, did you guys pick this up? Like, what did you think? Because he's been putting out a lot of stuff lately. I just reviewed the Alien palette too, which I really liked. And then he has like concealer coming out soon. I don't know. There's just so much makeup coming out nowadays, I can't keep up. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, make sure you are subscribed and give this video a thumbs up. And until next time, bye guys. I'll see you later.